What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my betting breakdown for UFC 255. We're going to be breaking down the fights strictly from a betting perspective, talking betting, not much else here. As always, before we get into it, if you guys can leave a like, it helps out a ton. A small like goes a long way. Subscribe if you have not yet. Again, goes a long way there. Thank you guys so much for all the support. All of my betting content's always going to be free. All my videos always free, but if you do want to support me more, you can sign up on the Patreon. Over 200 members on there. You get the model you see here. Whenever I do place a bet, I get it out there. I do a betting breakdown. I do an article. Lots of great stuff out there. Great value, great price, very affordable. Only $10 a month for the betting package itself. $2.50 per event. If your unit size is anything over like $5, definitely worth the money there. So with that said, we're going to get into it. I did post a breakdown video on Wednesday. I am doing a giveaway on there, 2 giveaways. Go comment your DraftKings name over there. Go comment how many significant strikes you think Valentina is going to land. $25 for the winners of each of those. So not much, is something to give back for all the support I've been getting. I love to do these giveaways. Hopefully I get to do them for every card in the near future. But as for now, we're doing them for the pay-per-views here. So first fight of the night, Cosce versus Sasha Polotnikov. And yeah, I like Cosce here. One thing I do want to look at is the first round prop for Cosce is like minus 105, plus 100 on some books. If I was to take a shot on Cosce, it'd probably be that. All of his wins are in the first round. He's somebody that wants to go in there and get the job done and get it done early. So Cosce in round 1 is something you can look at. If you do not want to parlay the minus 500, feel free to parlay the minus 225 inside the distance. That's probably going to be my Hail Mary parlay there. But ultimately, I do have Cosce in a parlay. So I will be posting all my bets on Twitter, DFS_numbers, all my bets on Instagram, DFS by the Numbers, sometime Saturday afternoon. So go check that out. But Cosce is definitely a parlay piece for me, and he will be in my Hail Mary. And I'll probably put my Hail Mary out there as well tomorrow on Twitter too. So Kyle Daukas, Dustin Stoltzfus. I think both these guys are good. I think Stoltzfus is no scrub by any means. I just think Daukas is better anywhere the fight goes. On the feet, you favor Daukas. On the mat, you favor Daukas as well. I think Stoltzfus' best path to victory is getting on top and having some top control. But even then, like, Daukas' ground game is really good. I think he's the better striker. Stoltzfus definitely does leave a lot of openings. In an interview, I saw that Daukas said he's going to knock out Stoltzfus. If you want to take his word for it, Daukas by KO plus 580. The only problem is he does not have a knockout on his record, so I'm not trusting him there. I do like Daukas in a parlay. Really struggling to find a path to victory for Stoltzfus, but Daukas is definitely a parlay piece of mine, and he will be my Hail Mary as well if I do one, which I most likely will. Alan Jouban versus Jared Gooden. The pick's Jared Gooden. I can't bet it. I'm not overly impressed with the guy. It's just Jouban's 38 years old, about to turn 39. His durability is definitely not is where it once was. 3 knockout losses, very chinny. Gooden's okay, just very hittable himself. The plus money for Gooden is tempting, if anything. Plus 250, Gooden inside the distance. It's really hard to see Gooden winning a decision here, honestly. I think Jouban's honestly the better fighter here. It's just he's 38 years old, towards the end of his career, talking about retirement, coming off some injuries. Big red flag. This is a big pass for me. I actually like the fight does not go decision, minus 160, or even the under 2.5. I'm not sure what the line is, but I do think someone's probably getting finished here, whether it is Gooden getting the early finish or Jouban getting the later finish. Don't hate that at all, but otherwise, that's going to be a pass for me. Next fight, Daniel Rodriguez versus Nicholas Dalby. Yeah, I like Rodriguez a lot here. I'm very high on the guy. Dalby getting dropped by Jesse Ronson and submitted by Ronson is not a great look, especially at 35 years old, towards the end of his career here. I'm just not looking as great as he has in the past. And even then, like, he's been knocked down in 4 of his last 6 fights. I like Rodriguez here. He's definitely a key parlay piece of mine. Rodriguez inside the distance, plus 120. I don't hate that. Dalby has been submitted only once by Jesse Ronson. Other than that, never been knocked out. But like I said, he's been dropped like 4 times in the UFC. So I do think Rodriguez wins, probably by knockout. Something that's really interesting is the sub prop. Plus 1350 for Rodriguez by submission. I mean, this dude's a 10th planet brown belt in jiu-jitsu. His ground game is legit. It's just we have not seen it yet in the UFC. Besides, he did sub Tim Means after hurting him in that second round there. But yeah, his ground game's good. We just have not seen that. The odds makers, I guess, have not seen it either, because plus 1350 seems a little crazy there for me. So I'll probably put a couple bucks on that. I think that line's way off. Dalby's just got submitted by Jesse Ronson, so I could see Rodriguez clipping Dalby and submitting him there. So plus 1350, I mean, I think it's worth a shot there. So we'll be putting a little bit on that. It's not going to be official play or nothing, but I think that line's way off. Anthony Shevchenko, Lipski, big giant pass. I think if Lipski wants to win, come out here and wrestle. And I think she should know the game plan by now. Shevchenko has a glaring weakness, and that's the ground game. I don't hate anybody taking a shot on Lipski here, but I'm going to take Shevchenko to win. Just would never bet Shevchenko, this Shevchenko here in a million years, especially at minus 150. So 30, I think she's like 35 or 36 too. Close fight. Give me Shevchenko, but not betting it. Joaquin Buckley versus Jordan Wright. Touched on it on my breakdown, touched on it on the live stream. I was really surprised that the line is where it's at now. I thought with the Buckley hype that it would be a wider line than minus 230. I think that's kind of crazy. And I did put this in a parlay like a week and a half ago. I wanted to jump on it early because I did think there was going to be some Buckley hype, but I guess not. I guess there's some Jordan Wright hype this week. I see a lot of people on him. Don't understand it. Just watching tape. I mean, go if you have not seen the Jordan Wright versus Fluffy Hernandez fight, go watch it. I think something like that's going to happen here. Buckley looked in phenomenal shape today at the weigh-in. Just pressure Buckley. Pressure Wright. The dude does not like being hit. I think Buckley knocks him out early. Can Wright get a finish? Sure, I guess, but I don't think he's that great. And I'm a big Beverly Hills Ninja fan too, so give me Buckley here. Definitely a parlay piece of mind. Something I was looking at, and I have not bet it yet, but the under 1.5 is very, very interesting. All of Wright's 11 fights, 12 if you want to count the Fluffy Hernandez fight, they've finished inside the 1.5 mark. I think Wright's only been out of the first round, I think, one time. So the under 1.5 is looking really good to me. I think it's like minus 155. I will probably be taking a shot on that. Stay tuned to Twitter for that, but seems like a good bet to me there. Moreno, Royval, the best fight of the night. I'm going to sit back and watch it. I can't pick either side here. I do think Moreno's the better fighter. Royval's been on a tear in the UFC so far. Kaikar, France, Tim Elliott, but this is a big, big, big step up in competition. We're going to see where Brandon Royval's at. If you want to take a shot on Brandon Royval plus 160, I don't hate it, but I'm going to pass. I do think Moreno's the better striker. I do think that Royval's very hittable. I've seen Royval rocked more than once. He was rocked in his last fight against Royval. Royval was rocked in his last fight against Kaikar, France. I saw him rocked against Casey Kenny. And the dude's just really hittable, so could he win? Yeah, sure, but it's not something I really want to put my money on either side. I just kind of want to sit back and watch and enjoy this fight because it's going to be a really good one. Paul Craig versus Shogun, the rematch that everybody was asking for here. I think Paul Craig's going to win. I think he's going to win inside the distance. Paul Craig has finished 100% of his wins. The one time that he did go to decision was a draw with Shogun. The other time is he's either getting knocked out or he's getting the finish himself. He's finished 92% of his wins by submission. And I do think he's a better striker in this matchup, as crazy as that sounds. But at this point in their career, Shogun, he's just so slow. He looks awful. Looked awful in his last fight. Looked awful in the Paul Craig fight. And Paul Craig almost knocked him out in that first round, their last fight. I think he's going to catch him here. Would not be surprised if he submitted him as well. So Shogun's been knocked out 4 times. He's been submitted 3 times. Paul Craig inside the distance for me. Just don't want to bet Paul Craig as a favorite. Not something you really want to do. Would not be surprised if Paul Craig, pulled guard like he does in every single fight. But I guess what I was looking at for Paul Craig would be the knockout prop plus 420. It was like plus 600 earlier in the week. I'm just going to stay away from this fight, but I do like Paul Craig to win. Cynthia Calvillo, minus 245. I think that line's a little crazy, especially after seeing Andrade only like minus 140, minus 150, which sucks because I was so high on Andrade but did not pull the trigger there. I think Calvillo wins. I'm definitely not laying the minus 245. If they stay striking for 15 minutes, sure, Chookagian can win, but I think the wrestling of Calvillo is going to get it done. Chookagian has like a 48% takedown defense, so yep, take the fight to the mat. She's going to win a very close decision there. Not something I want to put my money on for minus 245 though, but I guess it's a fine parlay piece, just not something I'd do personally. If you want to take a shot on Chookagian, plus 225, go for it. This could play out close, but would not lay my money on it personally there. Tim Means versus Mike Perry. If you have not watched the weigh-in, my weigh-in live stream after the weigh-ins, go check it out. Talk a lot about the Mike Perry situation. And basically, I like Tim Means here. I got him at plus 120, have a unit on that. And I was on Tim Means all week, and then the weigh-ins was the last straw. Like Mike Perry posting pictures of him eating burritos, tacos, you name it, cookies, pizza throughout the week. He said earlier in the week he had to cut like 15 to 20 pounds, and this was the weigh-ins I was really looking for. I really wanted to see these weigh-ins, and Mike Perry failed the test. He came in almost 5 pounds overweight. He's going to have his pregnant girlfriend in his corner. I don't think the dude's all up there. Could Mike Perry knock out Tim Means? Sure, but my God, did Mike Perry's striking look bad against Mickey Gall in his last fight. Like he said in that last fight, he had like 2 sparring sessions, and you can definitely see it. Like Mickey Gall was outstriking Mike Perry on the feet, that Mike Perry had to take down Mickey Gall to win the fight. So yeah, if Mickey Gall can outstrike you, Tim Means is 10 times the striker as a Mickey Gall, honestly. Even though Mickey Gall's striking did look improved, but still, like Means is legit. A lot of people are sleeping on Tim Means here. I don't understand it. Sure, Tim Means' durability is questionable. We got to think, like, in Tim Means' like first 40 fights, the dude was never knocked out. Up until the Nico Price fight, that's when he was first knocked out, and then of course he got rocked by Daniel Rodriguez. But other than that, like, his durability's been good. But I can understand it. His durability's not where it once was, but still, I got plus 120. I like that number. I expect Tim Means to be the slight favorite by fight time. I really do. I think he's the better fighter. The only question is that durability. But seeing Mike Perry on the scales, I don't think he's ready for this fight. I don't think he's been training. Valentina Shevchenko, not betting this fight, not looking at any prop. She's going to win, probably inside the distance. Does she win by sub? Does she win by KO? I don't know. I just know she's going to win. Don't waste your money on a Maia flyer here. She's not going to win. I know crazy things have happened in MMA. I know crazy things have happened in MMA, Maria Agapova, but this is not Maria Agapova. This is Valentina Shevchenko. She gets it done here. I guess minus 160 inside the distance if you want to get the line a little bit better for Shevchenko. That's actually not bad, so... maybe I'll throw that in a Hail Mary parlay. She probably should finish Maia, although Maia is pretty tough. But yeah, this is a big mismatch. And lastly, I do have Figueiredo in a parlay with somebody from last week's card, RDA. He got it done, so halfway done there. Hopefully Figueiredo closes out the parlay here. And I like him to win. I see a lot of love for Perez. I don't really understand that. Figueiredo's dangerous anywhere the fight goes. Very, very good ground game. I've seen Alex Perez put in a ton of bad spots on the mat. And yeah, Figueiredo's legit on the ground. So if, Perez wants to take him down, go for it. He's only playing with fire at that point. Perez has the cardio advantage. But even then, like, Figueiredo's been working on his cardio. He's been working on, improving that aspect of his game. I read a tweet where it said on a Monday of fight week, he's usually around 141. And he said this time around he's 136, so he's definitely getting that weight under control. That cardio is getting better. It seems like he's putting a focus on that. So yeah, I like Figueiredo a lot here. I think when they're striking, sure, Perez can land more, but Figueiredo is going to land the harder shots and the much harder shots. So Figueiredo going to finish Alex Perez here. I don't mind Figueiredo inside the distance. If he wins, it's probably going to be in the first couple rounds. It's just hard to see, Alex Perez winning this fight. Is he going to take down Figueiredo, stay out of trouble? It just seems like it's going to be a hard thing to do, especially with the small cage. I think the small cage, usually it favors the wrestler, but I do think it's going to favor Figueiredo here as they're going to press the action. And I do think Figueiredo is probably going to clip him, or Perez is going to shoot him for a takedown, and Figueiredo is going to snatch up a guillotine or something like that. So Figueiredo by sub plus 350. I don't hate it, but ultimately I do like that parlay. So that's about it. I have a couple different parlays on this card. Very chalky card. I do have a one underdog, that being Tim Means. Other than that, there's like not many really spots on the card I like. There's a couple live dogs, but I don't really feel comfortable with putting my money on them. But I do like some of these big favorites to win. Going to definitely put out a Hail Mary parlay. There's a lot of spots I like. A couple props I like that I talked about. The Buckley and Wright under 1.5 is something I've not bet yet, but I'm looking at that. Paul Craig by KO, something you could look at. Rodriguez by submission, plus 1350. I think that's a little off. It could happen. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to this card, looking forward to making money. Make sure you guys like this video. It helps out a ton if it helped you out in any way. If you guys are going the other way on any bet, good luck to you as well. And let's make some money on this Saturday. Really good card here. A really good main event. The co-main event, not really excited for that. But the card as a whole is pretty good here, honestly. So follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers. Instagram is DFS by the numbers. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Couldn't thank you guys enough. And good luck on Saturday.